The Morgan Motor Company, founded by Henry Frederick Stanley Morgan in 1909, has for over 100 years been a flag bearer for British coach building. The art of the relentless pursuit of perfection by master craftsmen and women, building these cars by hand for over 100 years. It's an era most have forgotten and a growing number have never known. For me, Morgan can be defined by three main pillars: purpose, process, and people. And with the help of the descendant of the Morgan +4 Le Mans winning TOC 258 race car, I will explain just why. Let's start with purpose. Henry Morgan's first car was a three-wheeled cycle car. The purpose of it was to commute from his house on one side of the Malvern Hills to his garage on the other side. And with the growing amount of interest and intrigue, and after adding a second seat, Henry Morgan had entered full production. We know the latest incarnation of that car as the Super 3. And in 1936, the three-wheeler was followed by the Morgan 4-4, which went on to be the world's longest running production car in history. And in 1968, the iconic Morgan +8 was added to the range, fitted with a punchy V8 engine, the first Morgan to have a V8. And in 2019, the +8 was followed up by the Morgan +6 using a BMW inline 6-cylinder engine. And only recently has that car been replaced by the new Morgan Supersport. And what do these all have in common? Well, apart from the very familiar Morgan face we've been used to for decades, they've all had a focus on driver enjoyment, feeling connected to the road and making sure that the drive is the best part of the journey, not the destination. And God, they continue to do it so well. Whether it be sat in the driver's seat behind a V8, a 6-cylinder or a 4-cylinder, when you look out and you see long bonnet in front of you, the defined wheel arches, you feel and you know you're in a Morgan, you know you're in something special, you know you're in something that is so rare these days. This kind of car, this experience is such a rarity nowadays. The directness of the steering, you feel like you're almost at one with the machine, and that is what Morgan does. That makes it so special.
They're looking for vibration. That means Morgan, though, is back in front. So Johan Boris Shire goes back into the lead of this, and now is just yards away from converting Morgan's first GT3 pole into its first GT3 win. How about that? Morgan takes the checkered flag at Silverstone.
Attention to detail is everything. Components the builders don't like are rejected and new ones are taken. Car builds are checked relentlessly. There are no machines, everything is done by hand. Cold sheets of aluminium are bent into plates by master builders. The pride in each car build is what most manufacturers would dream of. The louvers on the bonnet are punched into place by two guys that have to be millimeter perfect or the whole sheet is sent to recycling. The leather upholstery throughout is stitched together by a single person to pinpoint accuracy. This isn't just a car, this is an embodiment of British craftsmanship. Something we should be proud of, something we don't celebrate enough. It's something that is becoming rarer and rarer by each passing decade. The most difficult parts of the build process aren't even attempted by apprentices until near the end of their 5-year program. When I set out to make this video, I could have predicted the passion and the enthusiasm for the brand by the owners. But what I could never have predicted was enthusiasm to teach me, to show me their cars, to show me, tell me their stories, how long they've wanted a Morgan, the specs of their cars. It gave me a newfound appreciation for not just the cars, but the people who own them. I was taken out for a passenger ride in a 3-wheeler, one of the coolest experiences I've ever had in a car. I was urged to go to the factory to see the process and understand what it takes to build a Morgan, which only further built my appreciation for the car brand. But what I worry about, and what other owners I spoke to worry about, is the future generations. The future generations who haven't grown up with Morgan racing in Le Mans, who haven't grown up with a Morgan on their wall, but instead an Italian supercar, for example. What does the world look like when they are ready to buy their first Morgan, or they're at a point where they can afford their first Morgan? Will they buy one? Will they turn to Morgan for that reason? Or will they go elsewhere? Maybe the Supersport will change that. Maybe the Super 3 is already changing that. Maybe an electric Morgan would change that. All these things are possibilities. But what needs to grow, what needs to improve is the appreciation, the understanding of what Morgan do and have done for over 100 years. That can't be lost. That history can't be lost. I love this thing. I'm in awe of this. And not just the physical thing, but what Morgan represents. British coach building, master craftsmanship. It's a car that stood the test of time. It survived decades, moving gently with the times, but never abrasively moving away from what makes a Morgan special. The attention to detail, the driving feel, how special you feel whenever you're sat inside it. The idea that this car can make you more excited about the journey to a destination rather than the destination itself. And I'm in awe of the people who put these together. It's incredible to think that they're mere mortals just like the rest of us. This car and the people who make it are Morgan. And I think that essence will be carried on for future generations over and over. Ladies and gentlemen, the Morgan Motor Company.